right, good morning, internet. The time is about 10:25-ish, which means I slept through my first class. So today's admittedly not off to the best start already, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually really mad at myself for that because I promised myself I wouldn't do that anymore. But it's fine, it's cool, we'll move on, and we'll do our best throughout this day to salvage what we can. That's all I can do, right? When you make a mistake or goof up, you just pick yourself up, dust yourself up, and move on. So that's what I'm gonna do because I have a crap ton to do today. So I'm here at the music building already, so let's get going. And I'm already running to grab something to eat because otherwise, like if I don't eat now, I'm not going to eat for a very long time. And I really don't want to deal with this day without having eaten. So I'm gonna run a Chipotle. In this case, it's pure convenience. It's like the quickest thing around me. And yeah, then we'll hop headfirst into this day. And just got out of my lesson. I admittedly let everything hand my ass to me over the past 2 weeks. And so I didn't practice. I didn't really get anything done I was supposed to. And so I walked into the lesson with really like nothing to play. And just continuing the trend of me being mad at myself today because I told myself I would do better this year because I pulled some similar stunts last year and I don't want to do it anymore. I want to be better than that. I'm trying so hard to be better than that. And it just sucks that I wasn't able to make it happen, especially for the second lesson. I actually impressed him on the first lesson because he had seen me practicing over the summer. I came in with like stuff to play on the first lesson, and I just hate that I'm already behind. I hate that I'm already at this point. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. As you can see, today's just not my day. So we'll keep trying. We'll keep trying to improve and make this better as best we can. I have just enough time. It's a significant amount of time later, by the way, but I have just enough time to run the CVS before they close, so I've decided I'm gonna go and do that really quick, just to get some, food supplies, general supplies, things that I know for a fact I'm gonna forget to grab later. So, let's do it. Hi, everyone. So I actually just got a fair amount of work done, not as much as I wanted to. I'm a little bit too tired, and I want to be able to get up early, so I'm going to call it a night. But I did want to take a second before I signed off, because I was recently made aware that yesterday, September 10th, was actually World Suicide Awareness Day. I actually had no idea. So in light of that, and in light of my friend and events, I kind of wanted to share a little bit of my own story, something that I neglected to tell you at the start of all of this. So my hero, like absolute hero, like this is who I want to be when I grow up, is my grandfather. Absolutely, hands down, the best man that I ever knew. Absolute family man, like pretty much like built his house like for his huge family. Married the love of his life and never ever left her. Was a pillar of the community that he was in. Was so patient, kind, absorbed every bit of information he could possibly have. He was always learning something new and was always eager to share it with everyone around him. He was truly incredible. And about 4 years ago, the anniversary was actually fairly recently. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to. Yeah, 4 years ago, he passed away suddenly of, I believe it was a heart attack. I've never really confirmed. But yeah, all we know is we woke up one morning and he was gone. And I was admittedly that idiotic teenager that took it for granted, because here's the thing, I didn't realize that he was my role model until he was gone. And when you get a shock to your system like that, when you lose the person that arguably means the most to you, granted, I have no idea if this is a normal reaction, but my reaction was, who cares? What's the point of any of this? Why am I trying? Why am I even bothering? Like, one of the very, very few people who, when I said I was going to do music, when I decided that was what I wanted to do with my life, he was one of the few that 100% supported me. He never said, well, what are you going to do with that? He never said, I think you're making a mistake. Literally, his words to me were, if this is what makes you happy, then do it. And I'm sorry, I'm going to get choked up saying this. And when you lose that support system, when you lose someone who means a lot, I shut down. I completely shut down. I stopped going out. I stopped talking to my friends. Believe it or not, maybe this was just me personally, I started eating a lot. We're talking like entire potato chip bags, like in one night. And yeah, I stopped living for like a year and a half. I was miserable. I was absolutely miserable, but I didn't tell anyone because, it's a sign of weakness to be emotional and vulnerable and all that crap. Which led to, really, really, really scary moments where sometimes I would think, what would happen if I just stepped into traffic right now? That car right there, what would happen if I just stepped right in front of it? It sucked. It really, really sucked. And I've never felt so alone and useless. It took me a year and a half to even begin to attempt to get out of that. Fortunately, I met a group of guys. You'll hear more about them later. And I finally developed a good enough relationship with these guys that I told them all one night in one sitting. And I remember being so scared to do it because I was waiting for the judgment. I was waiting for like the final agreement that this was pointless. Everything was pointless. I might as well just end it. But they didn't. All of them, literally all of them, hugged me, comforted me. I'm sorry. It still sucks to talk about because I'm still, even though that was when I started, finally started to pull myself out of the pit, I'm still not all of the way out. And every now and then something will set me back a little bit. Every now and then I'm fortunate in that I haven't had any suicidal thoughts in a really, really, really long time. But I still suffer from depression. I still have all that fun stuff. Should probably start actually seeing a therapist once I, get some time. Yeah, no, the reason I'm sharing this, the reason I'm letting you all know what's happening, is that I'm admittedly reverting a little tiny bit because I've been super stressed, and a former student and friend of mine just took his life, and I'm admittedly a mess, and yes, I've been here in Iowa for a while now, but the people that I want to talk to about this, the people that I really, really want to let know this is happening are literally an 18-hour drive and or a plane flight away, and that kind of sucks because I'm not used to not being able to just casually like hit someone up and be like, hey, I need some help right now. But I'm trying. I promise I'm trying. I'm not gonna pull anything like that. There are too many people counting on me, and I've come too far from those days. I just wanted to share what was going on in my headspace in honor of the day and in honor of him, and I just want to reiterate one more time. I know I said it yesterday, but if you ever need anything, literally anything at all, shoot me a message, leave a comment. I will find you. I will help you because I've been there. I'm still there. And it sucks. I promise it sucks, and it's getting easier. It's getting better. I'm still not 100%. I will let you know when I'm there. But I do promise you I am in a better place. Minor setbacks aside, I am doing better overall, and I do love where my life is at right now. Some things I still need to figure out, obviously, for sure, but I know I can do it with you. And I guess that's the point, right? We're all in this together. I have no idea what I'm even saying anymore. I'm just rambling now. But thank you for listening to this. Thank you for letting me vent to you about, my issues. And yeah, I really, really appreciate having you guys here. It's helping a lot. So yeah, it's actually really early in the morning. I went to go to bed earlier than this, but I want to take the time to actually record this and get it out there into the world, which is beyond terrifying for me because it was scary enough to tell like one small group of friends that, I suffered from depression and had thoughts of suicide, let alone, the internet. I trust you guys. I do. I trust you guys. So let that be what it is. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for listening to this long-winded rant, and thank you for watching the channel, subscribing if you have, and just generally being there. You guys are awesome. I love you all. And yeah, we will see you as the adventures continue. Okay, see ya.